shows us the greatness of what humans can be.
He is a perfect union of the two sides of all of us, the good and the evil that coexist in human life.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Dance with the devil, let him hail you.
You know me, children.
If only beg your forgiveness, and pray you hear me somehow. Some place where a warm hand waits for mine.
I know the truth. There's no going back. We've changed things forever.
Batman has always had some of the greatest writers, artists, editors working on his adventures at DC Comics, really from its inception.
He kind of brought Batman back to his darker roots and something more in line with the original vision of the character.
His strength derives really from this extraordinary motivation he has through the tragedy of his parents' death and his attitude to it. And so you're looking at a character who has embarked on this crusade to fight crime.
Please, there's no need for this. I'll give you whatever you want.
Tom! Oh God, Tom!
Be quiet, shut up.
Stay away from me! Run! Mommy!
He became dedicated to avenging his parents' death and protecting innocent people from criminal acts.
The vigilante is just a man lost in the scramble for his own gratification. He can be destroyed, locked up. But if you make yourself more than just a man, if you devote yourself to an ideal, and if they can't stop you, then you become something else entirely.
People need dramatic examples to shake them out of apathy, and I can't do that as Bruce Wayne. But as a symbol, what symbol? Something elemental, something terrifying.
You're gone a long time.
Things are worse than ever down here. What chance does Gotham have when the good people do nothing?
Crime cannot be tolerated. Criminals thrive on the indulgence of society's understanding.
Ladies, gentlemen, you've eaten well. You've eaten Gotham's wealth, its spirit, but your feast is nearly over. From this moment on, none of you are safe.
Batman embodies the shadow side. He looks like evil. He operates like an evil guy. Where are you? Here. He operates outside society, and yet his values are the values of a virtuous man.
But that's the point of Batman. He can be the outcast. He can make the choice that no one else can make. The right choice.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat?
One of the most enduring things about Batman is his rogues gallery, the villains. Because, as I like to say, the rogues define the hero. The greater the threat, the greater the hero.
I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit? Oh, your buddy!
His villains, like Batman, experienced a tragedy. But he responded by saying, I'm going to spend my life restoring justice to the world. His villains didn't make that choice.
The snow is beautiful, don't you think? Clean, uncompromising, and cold. Like the swift hand of vengeance.
People are always fascinated by evil. Partially, I think, because it's an unacknowledged part of every one of us.
Don't be shy.
Catwoman represents to Batman the seduction to go one step beyond, to lose all control, all inhibition, and really embrace the darkness.
She's a bank robber, but I think she does it for the thrill, which is very similar to why I think Bruce dresses up in that costume too. There's a certain thrill there.
Hello, my love.
This is a character that attracts Batman on a very central level. He doesn't want to love that openly with the fear that that person might be lost to him the same way his parents were.
Let's put a smile on that face.
He represents a kind of chaos, of meaninglessness, of randomness, the idea of the character of the Joker, just the luck of the cards.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Evening, not sure. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
They are dark reflections of each other. They're both men who operate outside of normal social norms. They're both highly talented, highly gifted at what they do. So they have a lot in common.
Every yin has a yang, every positive has a negative. Batman is sane and logical, uses his mind to solve problems and solve crimes, and the Joker is a complete bleeding lunatic.
Batman says philosophically, we can acknowledge an imperfect world, we can acknowledge that we have to step outside of social norms, but that doesn't make the social norms meaningless. The Joker says, the presence of random injustice means that there is no justice. The fact that innocence can be destroyed means there is no innocence. So your life is a joke. Now when someone says your life is a joke, that's a challenge. It's not just a physical challenge, it's a moral challenge, it's an intellectual challenge. And Batman can't let that go. Because the Joker isn't just threatening him physically, he's threatening the premise of Batman's existence. That's why it's such an epic discussion that they're having. And of course it's played out physically, it's played out in fights and punches and gunshots. Ultimately it's a philosophical conflict. I mean, not one that's easily resolved.
This ends now.
I want you to remember, Clark, in all the years to come, in all your most private moments, I want you to remember my hand at your throat. I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
Letting evil happen is not acceptable.
I think Batman's the most relatable of superheroes because he's not really technically a superhero. He doesn't have any superpowers except his extraordinary capacity for self-discipline.
He is what we aspire to be in terms of his power, his wealth, the things that he's able to do.
I find it compelling the interpretation that says, here's a man who faced tragedy, and he made some choices to rise above it. He used that tragedy to improve himself and to improve the world. That is a hero. That makes him compelling.
Am I blue? Am I blue? Ain't these tears in my eyes telling you? Am I blue? You'd be too.